waking up all stoned. Let's do an interview.
We'll edit that out.
So this week's topic is reincarnation and the afterlife. So what is your take or your view on what happens directly after death?
Honestly?
Yes.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Do you have any idea, possibly, or like...
Well, right. I mean, what are you supposed to say to that? What do you think the afterlife is? Well, I don't know. Have you been there?
Well, these are the questions we get, so that now you know how I feel when I'm trying to do my video.
Because
right.
What if you have been there, but you forgot that you were there?
I don't know.
So then you wouldn't know that you forgot that you knew.
Oh, geez.
So really you know, you just don't remember.
That's right. You just don't remember. You chose to forget to come into this, what we have now.
Right.
And then when you're done, you have like the great remembering where you remember all these lives that you've done and you're able to incorporate them all into one thing.
Right.
Then wouldn't the key be to come to such a realization of self that when you do reincarnate, that you don't lose that you retain at least some of that, or at least niblets of it, so that you can come back and go, oh, I remember that. This is deja vu. I've been here before. Well, yeah, you have. But most of the time you're like, oh, that felt weird. Then you go, ooh, a little vertigo, whatever. But maybe you have been there before. But then since time is, for us, linear, everything happens at once. It's not before and after. There is no then, there is no before. It's all happening right now. So eventually you lose that concept of reincarnation or, what was I before or whatever, because it's all happening right now anyway.
What we see as a lifespan is one moment of time within a day of our soul.
Everything is happening right now.
Exactly. Everything is right now. So there is
Which technically means that there shouldn't really be any such thing as time travel, because there's only right now. If you start worrying about what happened before, what's going to happen next, whatever, things just go to shit. You start worrying about things that don't matter. You only need to worry about what's happening right now. Who am I right at this very second? Do I like who I am? Am I comfortable with who I am? If not, you know what? Change it. Because in your next right now, then you'll be more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, like the concept of reincarnation, I guess as far as like a earth suit, yes, I believe in that, but I don't think that the earth suit really matters, because you can do just as much work outside of a body as you can. There's only so many things you can experience in something like this as you can in, say, on some planet somewhere else. There's only things you can experience there. So there's no reason to worry about, oh, am I going to be reincarnated as an ant? Who cares? Does anybody really care? Just worry about right now.
Someone this week brought up the idea that you're reincarnated into something that you disliked in the life before that one. Like, to kind of give you an idea of the hate that individual or someone like that individual would feel.
During your life of lessons, everybody learns to be the victim, and everybody learns to be the predator in any situation. So one time you choose to come into this particular cycle of life that you're in to be the grieving parents because their child died, right? But on a different instance, and it might not be the next life, some other instance, you choose to be that child that dies to facilitate that lesson. Or maybe the lesson was to experience what it is to be a child that dies. Maybe the experience is to have that connection with somebody, and then after you die, and you remember everything. The experience is to see how it affects the grieving family, whatever.
And you think the same would apply to someone like a murderer or
right.
someone who commits
absolutely.
robberies or anything like that?
Everybody has.
It's that balance. You have to have one to have the other.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
right.
maybe that person
right.
who came in to be that murderer, he chose to sacrifice himself so that that family that he affected can understand grief. Maybe it's not his lesson to learn. Maybe he's just helping facilitate a lesson for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that family needs to learn what grief is, real grief. Maybe real hatred, whatever. But the lesson isn't his; it's theirs.
There's a concept of sacred contracts that after you die, in that space of time from when you die and your rest period of what the hell just happened to me, and when you're getting ready to come back, that you're making your contracts with the people that you choose to learn. I don't want to say learn your lessons from, but more of, okay, I'm going to experience this, you experience that, and everybody has to sign up for the different experiences. It just depends on how you choose to do it and whatever. And so say I go, okay, this time I'm going to be the child that is rejected. So will you be the parent for me that rejects me? And you're like, yeah, I love you. Sure, I'll sign up for that. I'll do that for you. I'll reject you. So you sign a little contract, and I come down here, and you're a parent who either puts me up for adoption or kicks me out when I'm 7, saying, oh, you've learned your lesson, get the fuck out, or whatever. So it's looking at in the bigger context of, why are we here together? Why are you in my life? Why is he in my life?
Mm-hmm.
Our 8-year-old, Darian, he signed up to be our child. So my job is to figure out, what did I sign up to teach him? I don't need to worry about what's going to happen in the future, whatever. Just figure out what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Because if I worry about anything else beyond that, it's, for the human brain, sometimes it's just, I don't want to say too much, but I want to say it's none of our business. You know what? Because it's all about right now, because there really isn't anything else besides right now. So the concept of past lives and reincarnation for me personally is kind of weird. Although I can see it in a physical sense, but in a soul sense, I don't think it makes a lot of sense.
A lot of people this week have been talking about a specific place or a plane that you go to, like Summerland, or what Christians would consider heaven, and they all have this visual idea of what it is that they're going to be getting themselves into. Do you have anything like that, or do you think it's just this big massive ball of something somewhere that
a massive ball.
You're there and then you leave? I don't know.
Well,
I think it's whatever they think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think it's whatever we think it's going to be is how it's going to be, and if that's what works for me, then everybody else knows that's how it works for me, so
would
everybody else. So we all work together in that, and then I go to where you think it works for you, and I work with that.
Would you say that it's like that movie that we saw for movie night? What was it?
What Dreams May
Come?
Yes.
Where everybody has their own little world.
Everybody has their own heaven. Everybody makes their own hell. Our gang sign is peace, I love you. Peace, I love you.
That's the pagan gang sign.
Pagan gang sign, peace, I love you.